is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Brittany. If you are new here, thank you for stopping by. We're back for some more 600-pound life madness. All right. We're going to be checking out crazy meals consumed on TLC's My 600-Pound Life, volume 22. I'll link the original video in the description box if I don't forget. All right, guys, let's go ahead and check out
I'm starving myself
crazy meals.
at times. It's only when I'm sick that I eat the foods I know I shouldn't.
The peaches featured on My 600-Pound Life truly have some of the most baffling ideas of what constitutes a meal, and today on Plot Twist, we're back again with yet another video highlighting some of the craziest meals ever featured on the show. So subscribe if you haven't already for more content, click that bell, and let's dive right into it.
Teresa is in a very dangerous point in her life. She could have easily gained another 100 pounds since she was last weight. She's also taking insulin and medication that she doesn't need.
Teresa arrives at Dr. Now's office with a wide variety of health ailments in addition to her obesity.
This is not going to be easy for her, but her body is at the breaking point. She has no choice but to start changing, and she has to do it now.
You know it's bad when Dr. Now says your body is at a breaking point and that all the medication she's been taking to date might be making her weight loss even harder.
We have had her on low-calorie diet, and she started losing a lot of weight. 752.6. So we will keep her on that diet for another few months.
Okay, that's pretty good. She's making progress under the controlled diet, but we all know that it's a lot easier to lose weight at the hospital than it is at home.
Right.
We could do, we do that stir fry. We use the chicken breast and add it to the stir fry. You want to do that?
Okay, stir fry isn't exactly the worst option in the world. I mean, it's certainly not the best when you're on a low-carb diet, but I've seen the patients on this show choose a lot worse.
We're just working on making it healthier so I can lose the 60 pounds that the doctor wants me to lose. Wow, babe, this got more noodles than I anticipated.
More noodles and veggies? That's not a great idea. After all, that's where all the carbs are. I know this seems like nitpicking rather than highlighting a crazy meal, but keep watching and you'll see why this is on the list.
Rita is complaining about being really sick and we're not sure what's going on. If her body is giving out, we don't have much time to try to save her. But hopefully she hasn't run out of time.
Something bad has happened to Teresa, and now she's getting rushed to the hospital. Drastic action might be necessary.
We ran some tests on her, and the issue is that her blood sugar is spiking because she's eating food with a lot of sugar and not sticking to her diet.
So basically, Teresa has been cheating on her diet, and the consequence of those poor choices have put her in the hospital. The cameras showed stir fry with more noodles than you'd like, but based on Dr. Now's comments just then, I think it's safe to assume she's been eating a bit more than she should have when the cameras aren't around.
But that's because her husband gotta help her.
725.
Ashley D, like so many other patients on the show, didn't realize just how bad her weight issue had become over the past few years.
I didn't expect my weight to be that high. I just can't believe I got gotten this big.
Now she has to wait and see what the doctor has to say about her current health.
You need to understand that you are in a dangerous situation. At this point, you're not going to make it much beyond 30. You both have to change down. Because you don't have any time.
Both of them were doing it.
Dr. Now is always direct, and he makes no exception here. Ashley's on the verge of death if both she and her husband don't change their eating habits. So, are they up for the task?
I noticed I can walk out to the truck and not be out of breath anymore. And just little things like that have been a lot easier. But moving is stressful, and we can't cook. So we have to get fast food.
Well, that's a good sign. Yes, moving is a hard and difficult process, but so is losing weight. You can't afford to make excuses whenever something difficult crosses your path.
Alright, man, let me get ultimate bacon cheeseburger.
See, but if you have to go eat fast food, you can't go order stuff like
that. She went
that.
with chicken instead of the burger, but she definitely should have picked the salad. Her husband, meanwhile, doesn't seem to be putting in the work like Dr. Now told him to.
At all.
I'm trying to find something healthy, but Jake hasn't tried it all. I'm eating a piece of chicken, and he's eating, a hamburger. I wish I had more of his support.
Yeah, I can imagine that's difficult. Losing weight is hard when you're battling food addiction, and it's even harder when your partner isn't even trying to help you out.
667.
See, good on her.
I'm kind of in shock.
Congratulations.
Please.
Honestly though, kudos to Ashley. Even without her husband's help, she still managed to lose over 50 pounds in just 3 months.
I was very concerned about how much change Ashley would have to make to lose weight. but she did excellently. She showed me she is ready right now for the next step.
Heck, even Dr. Now is impressed, and that's not an easy thing to do.
It's too risky for her to try to get her health under control on her own. We need to help her to start the process.
The second June shows up at Dr. Now's office, he sends her straight to the hospital.
If I send you home, maybe last time I see you. So I'm going to admit you to hospital immediately to make sure that you're not close to another stroke or worse right now.
That's definitely not the start June was hoping for, but the good news is that she'll be in a controlled environment for the early part of her weight loss.
What's the verdict? Okay.
And then once you go
well,
home,
it turns out the hospital food worked.
Right now, she's healthy enough to go home and try to make progress on her own. For next month, I want to just lose 5 pounds.
Of course, as we all know, patients aren't always the best about continuing their healthy habits when they're out of sight of medical staff. However, she only needs to lose 5 more pounds, and that shouldn't be too bad.
What do you feel like for dinner? We got steak still, potatoes, sour cream on it.
Oh, no. Steak,
no ma'am.
Potatoes, and sour cream? That is not a winning combination if you want to lose weight, and I think June knows that.
The steak, okay. The potato.
I didn't think it would be this hard.
And she
because
got
I'm starving myself at times.
That is so much food.
Girl,
I mean,
please.
She asked for steak and potatoes, but those are loaded potatoes.
Right.
Don't lie, guys. I didn't expect to see 2 potatoes come out on that plate.
If I could just get this surgery, it would change my life. It would
Please
save
do a
my
sweet
life.
potato, man. Half.
Who could have guessed that a diet of steak and potatoes wouldn't lead to weight loss? Instead of dropping 5, she managed to add 20.
This looks really yummy.
Disturbing. Disturbing.
Let's wrap this up with one of the most infamous patients in the history of the show, Stephen Asante.
I'm disturbed.
We've talked about this guy before at length, but let's highlight yet another one of his terrible meals.
Every program has to be tailored to the patient, but Stephen is so far off the chart from what we have ever experienced that there is no systematic approach to him, aside from how you teach a child to behave.
Stephen is awful, so fundamentally broken that Dr. Now has to kick him out of the hospital for behaving like a toddler.
Stephen has been misbehaving, and he has not listened to any of the warnings given him. So he's no longer welcome in the hospital for how he abused the staff. You need to come down here and get him set up at a residence of his own.
So now, because of Stephen, his father needs to drop everything, come down, and set him up with a new place to live.
You lost over 100 pounds. Okay, so now I want you to lose another 60 pounds over next month.
Despite Stephen's best efforts, he found a way to lose over 100 pounds thanks to the nurses at the hospital. And if you think he's capable of maintaining that weight loss without constant supervision, then you haven't seen any part of this episode.
Give me your phone.
I haven't.
I got the number.
For what?
Pizza.
Oh my God. Man, I really don't want you to have it.
He literally just got into his new apartment. People
And
are
you
still
don't gotta
moving his
get him
stuff in, and he's already on his way to finding all those missing pounds.
What do you want?
Just a large pizza with cheese and pepperoni and 2-liter bottle of Coke.
I learned a long time ago.
Get to the
there's
phone
no
without
point in
you.
fighting Steven. If he wants pizza, he is going to get it.
Of course he gets what
How?
he wants, but do you think he's grateful about it?
Peace. Buddy, I haven't eaten since 6 o'clock this morning.
You handed the pizza box to him.
No, not at all.
You go smash the pizza box, he can't run after you.
He likely paid for, even though he hasn't eaten all day. Stephen truly is the worst person alive, and I do recommend
his
checking out
dad's
that
an
dedicated
enabler.
video where we broke down exactly how bad he really is.
Maybe I gotta check out that video, seeing how bad he really is. But his dad, equally to blame. Because that man said, can you hand me your phone so I can order pizza? So number one, you have to hand him the phone because he can't get to the phone himself. You have to give it to him. Therefore, you don't give him the phone, he can't order the pizza. Who else is he gonna bully into buying him pizza? It seems like you're the only one there for him. You can't force the camera crew to do it. He's just moving into this place that you're moving him into, so he don't know nobody around there to do it. But you order him pizza. Like they say, you probably paid for the pizza, right? And then you had to hand him the pizza box because he can't get to it himself. And then you ask him for a pizza and he flip you off. And you act like you can't just snatch that pizza box from him. What he gonna do? He cannot run after you. And I'm not being funny. He can't run after you. Like, you gotta help these people. And like, for most of the people in this video, it's like all of them had to ask somebody to cook food for them. And then you hear them saying like, oh, cook me this steak and potatoes. Why would you cook steak, give 2 loaded potatoes, and you know that this person is on, like, to me, if they're going into this, not only do they have to be like dedicated, but the people that's around them, their support system, also has to be dedicated to the point where they'll tell them no. Even if they get mad, they're going to tell them no and give them what they need to get. I'm really proud of that lady though that was married and her husband was not sticking to the plan, but she was. Great job for her. If you want me to react to some more 600 Pound Life video clips, comment it down below. Tell me your thoughts about these meals, or if you've seen crazier meals from my 600 Pound Life in the comments. Give this a big thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. It helps me out in the YouTube algorithm. And then we're on our way to 2,000 subscribers, so go ahead, check, see if you're subscribed down below. If you're not, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Join us over here and turn on your post notifications so you won't miss out on my next upload. And then I'm going to see you guys in the next video. All right, peace out, guys.